Good morning, Starshines. So, we have congratulations. We've made it to the end of the year project. Happy June 1st. In this video, I'm just going to briefly go over what is expected of you for this end of year project. Now, as you all know, we've been using primarily Google Slides and Google Classroom. So for this project, it will be the same idea. You will be creating a PowerPoint. Using the topic you selected, you will create a mini lesson which details main concepts and conveys real world application using scientific inquiry. Below, you will find the criteria and rubric for your PowerPoint. So essentially, you guys are going to choose a topic using the Google form that was created. And once you pick your topic, you're going to come here and you're going to look at what you need to do. Now, you guys are creating a mini lesson. In your mini lesson, you must include the following. First bullet says a aim/essential question. Now, you guys are all familiar with what an aim and what an essential question is. But in case you don't know, this must be the main concept of your lesson. So, for example, if I chose topic cells, an aim or essential question I could use would be, how are organelles important in maintaining homeostasis, right? So, using this aim or this question, I'm going to create slides and a PowerPoint which detail all of this information. So we can assume that in my PowerPoint, I'm going to give you all the details about organelles, how they work, how they function, and I'm going to tell you why they're important, right? That brings us to the lesson portion, right? So for the lesson, you're ultimately creating a lesson that demonstrates understanding of the selected topic. So you must include content-related vocabulary and all concepts necessary to that topic. So for example, if I'm going with my cells idea and my essential question is, how are organelles important in maintaining homeostasis, I'm definitely going to use vocabulary words such as organelle, mitochondria, nucleus, etc., etc. That's just an example. I use 3 words, but obviously you would use more. The next component that is very important and crucial for your PowerPoint is the real-world application. You are going to make a connection between the essential question and the real world. So, for example, obviously I'm using the same topic for each example. The blue text represents what I would do in this scenario, right? So, if I'm talking about cells, my real-world application, I'm going to tell you about diseases that actually impact organelles, which ultimately have an impact on homeostasis within humans, right? So, for this example, I chose to talk about the symptoms of the mitochondrial diseases, right? So, poor growth, muscle weakness, muscle pain. These are all examples of what happens or the effects of a disease within the mitochondria. So it's very important that in your PowerPoint, you are not only giving us the facts, but you're also backing it up, okay? Last but not least, your lesson must include an assessment. For the assessment, you're going to create a short quiz which reflects the important components of your lesson. Okay? So for my example here, I have 2 questions. Question 1, what is the function of the mitochondria? Question 2, why can't the body function without ribosomes? Now, these are just examples, but for your assessment, you are free to look up multiple choice questions. You have free range. These are just examples. Now, moving down to the rubric. Everything needs a rubric. Here we go. Ready, set, let's go. Living environment EOY end of year project. All right, so here, obviously, student name, your name would go there, and your score would go there. Now, let's see what makes up your score. So on the left side here, you can see we have the different categories. The first one here says the title slide. So your initial slide is going to simply introduce your topic. So if your topic that you chose is cells, then you're going to write cells, right? So this slide features the title of the presentation and includes the author's name, which would be your name, a graphic or a picture included that relates to the most important concept of the presentation. So if you're talking about cells, you might want to have a picture of a cell, right? Next, the introduction slide. The introduction slide is essentially your aim and your essential question. This slide is going to provide the aim or essential question, which makes the research topic clear. Next, the lesson or the report of research. This is worth 25 points. In this portion, we're looking at the scientific terms and we're looking to make sure that scientific terms and concepts are properly used. We're also looking to make sure that all concepts within the assigned topic are actually covered, and to make sure that your research findings are presented in your words and not cut and pasted from research references. We're looking for you guys to make this your own. So if you're copying and pasting, just know that we will know, and that will impact your grade. Okay? Next portion here is the real-world application. This is worth 10 points. This slide ties the total presentation to the aim or essential question, right? So whatever your essential question is or your aim, your real-world application needs to directly answer it or prove it, right or wrong. Last but not least, your assessment. This slide will reflect your understanding of the overall lesson, and your assessment should contain at minimum, okay, so that means at least 2 questions. In my example, I had 2 questions. We want you to use at least 2, but you're not limited to that. Okay, so that's the bulk of your grade in terms of what we're looking for or what's needed, okay? Now for the extra, the presentation, your use of your font choices, the color combinations, the graphics that are being used. These are all worth 5 points each, so I recommend that you guys try your best to make it nice. Don't rush it, okay? And again, your overall presentation, you will be graded on that, and your usage of PowerPoint tools. So if you're using transitions, video clips, animations, we welcome that. You are also being graded on that. Okay, now moving on. We also introduced you guys to the Living Environment Bootcamp. Okay, this Living Environment Bootcamp Survival Guide literally has all the topics that you need to know, or that you would have needed to know to pass the Regents. Being that we're not having a Regents, is very important that you still look through this. You can use this as a reference in creating your PowerPoint. You want to make sure that you're not just copying everything that you see here. I'm just going to give you guys a brief run through. As you can see, it's organized by each topic. The first topic here is cells. So, of course, the first thing you're going to see under that is homeostasis. And you'll see literally everything that we've talked about from the beginning of the year till now is in this document, okay? Here we have organic molecules, what they are. Carbon and hydrogen make something organic. All of the organelles, and the list goes on, right? We have topic 2, topic 3, and of course, obviously, you guys can look through this document on your own. I'm just showing you here. And that's essentially it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to email myself or any other teacher, Mrs. Sterling, Miss Collins, or Miss Parsons. Feel free to contact us if you have any other questions regarding the project. Just to make or reiterate, the project will be done independently. I know some of you guys, we spoke about it being a group project, but we decided to cut any problems by just eliminating the group factor. Okay, so this will be an independent project. I wish you guys the best of luck. Um, just know that your project that you complete and you submit will be used by your other classmates as a study guide. So just try your best. Have a great day. Have a great week. Enjoy creating these projects. And good luck on your test today.